The Six Pillars program was initiated by the Florida Chamber of Commerce some years ago, and the idea was to bring all the Florida counties and all the Florida citizens together with a very focused vision.
The Florida Chamber Foundation identified 6 core strengths that a community must have to be economically sustainable. By 2030, so in the next 16 years, there's going to be 5 to 7 million more Floridians. And it's important to begin to think about where those people are going to work, how are they going to get around, transportation, how do we provide water resources with the growth that we're going to continue to experience.
One of the aspects of the Six Pillars program is a measuring system. It's the Florida scorecard. And this is so important so that we all can measure what the results are to make this program effective and to actually get the results that we all want to have for Broward County and the state of Florida.
The public, the profit, the nonprofit, government, advocates, volunteers, consumers of all kinds of services really came together here to talk about what we needed in Broward, how to get there, and what we wanted Broward to really look like, feel like, and what community do we want to thrive, live, love, and play in. What we want to do is continue through Six Pillars in building that and educating the rest of the country about what we're doing here and why businesses should come here and set up shop here.
We have a great external validation of the collaboration that goes on in Broward County, having the lowest unemployment of any urban county in Florida for the last 14 months. We're down now to 5%, and it clearly goes back to collaborative efforts, and Six Pillars is a great example of pulling the community together.
So the exciting opportunity, I believe, with the Urban League brand and the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance brand is the opportunity to be able to build and help small businesses gain access to capital and access to market. As we begin to grow our economy even more, that is going to be a major issue for Broward County. And we see that there are many opportunities to do so on the corporate level as well as the small business level.
Good jobs that also support families cannot be considered in a vacuum. It isn't as simple as just taking one person and pairing them with the job. In order for people to go to work, we have to have solid transportation systems. We have to have good child care. There has to be the availability of continuing education. You have to have a quality of life to attract the diversity of jobs out there, and that means things like entertainment and cultural events are really important to the community. So you have to look at it in its totality and not just one thing at a time.
The lifeblood of really Broward County is going to be how you move around and how we can move our goods and services around. Six Pillars provided the Broward Metropolitan Planning Organization and all of its partners the opportunity to get involved with folks that they don't normally communicate with, whether it's on the private side or the Fort Lauderdale Alliance. We really had the opportunity to tie in transportation infrastructure with economic development and the goal of creating jobs in our communities all together.
One of the best things about Six Pillars is that it was setting a blueprint, not only seeing where we are today, but actually looking at where we're going to go in the future. There is a very big need to engage with our small businesses as local governments. Giving them the tools that they need to be successful was one of my goals and the goals of my board.
One of the important parts of the Six Pillars plan was to create sustainable business models for nonprofits in this community. So volunteers are one of the great untold stories of the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. So we've got over 1,000 engaged volunteers here at the center. And of course, one of the priorities in the Six Pillars plan was to enhance civic engagement and create more opportunities for civic engagement for people in our community. So really what's happened here is the community has created an institution that on an ongoing basis can serve the needs of this community and help it achieve its goals through the arts.
I believe the most positive impact of Six Pillars on the community is that it's created a moment in the history of Broward County where all sectors of the community can come together and focus on the key factors that will drive our long-term success. Education certainly being one of those. In fact, those are the kind of things that our employers are looking for in the workplace. Those are the kind of things that going to make our students competitive, and those are the kind of things that are going to make Broward County the place where business and families want to locate.